Mr. Speaker, I rely on Order 92 of the rules of this House to proceed to say that this morning we were informed that one of us has been summoned to the Parliament above. It's quite regrettable for me to be the carrier of this message to this august House. Speaker, the member was seen over the weekend hale and hearty, was able to undertake his committee work, and proud to that, we all saw him at the plenary. The Speaker, this member is a young politician from the Eastern region. His first term in this chamber, who carries with him a lot of promise to contribute to the discourse of this our democratic enterprise. Speaker, it took his resilience to come to this august assembly of the people's representatives. He was determined to serve his people for the term he was elected to serve. Mr. Speaker, the caucus of the NPP minority has been struck by this sudden summons to our brother to the Parliament above, referring to our brother Ernest Kumi of Akwitia. Speaker, we are in touch with the family, and as it is customary, at the appropriate time, Parliament and its leadership shall be informed. This information under Order 92 must not be seen and construed in terms of any constitutional imperative. It is very informal. And just to say that for the avoidance of doubt, the necessary requirements that may trigger any further process is properly outlined in the Constitution. The Speaker, we are aware that our respected brother who has been summoned by the Lord above, who presides over the Parliament above, left a family, a wife, and children. I am, through this medium, expressing on behalf of the caucus condolences to the bereaved family. And to the people of Akwetia who found him worthy of their trust and therefore elected him to represent them, the caucus says to them, Kose, we know that this is sudden, it was unexpected. The member was not seen as somebody who was unwell, and therefore you are pained. But like we say, God knows best. Speaker, I just checked the background of this young man, born 1984, pursued his first degree, and per his public records, he's pursued 3 second degrees: an MBA in corporate governance, an LLB in law, MSc in defense and international politics, served previously as a security manager, proud to join in this chamber. Mr. Speaker, a lot can be said. For now, I would want to leave it here by way of the credentials he brought to this house. The Speaker, his records in this house, both at the plenary and committee levels, are quite profound and are known to all. Above all, this brother had all that anybody would want to have in a brother. He lived the prayer of this house, quote, a country of righteousness where none shall wrong his neighbor, unquote. No one can ever say that in his few months in this chamber, he was controversial or wronged colleagues. He was always there, seeing him every day happy and all. The Speaker, this house is aware that today we've programmed a couple of business. The majority leader informed us last week of business for this week. It is the prayer of this side of the house, the NPP Minority Caucus, of 88, regrettably -1, to pray with the indulgence of the leader of the house that today's proceedings be terminated as we observe a minute of silence in his honor. The Speaker, it's a very sad day. Sad day to a family, to a constituency, to democracy, to parliament, and to the people of Ghana. We know not when any of us may receive a summons. Colleagues, let's take heart and continue with our service to Mother Ghana. Mr. Speaker, I appreciate this treasure space to break this unfortunate news. I do so with a lot of regrets and a lot of hesitation, but it's my duty to be the bearer of it, and I've done so. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Majority Leader.
Yeah, right, Honorable Speaker. Definitely and arguably this is one of the saddest days of this House. Like you said, I saw on the platform some publication to the effect that we had lost our younger brother, Honorable Ernest Kumi. But I didn't believe it. I just thought, in this our politics, sometimes people put out all sort of things. So I just thought it was. And then I got another message that said, Leader is serious. It's true. It's published by Joy News and other credible news platforms. And I really was saddened by the development. Very young, just a little over 40 years. Very bright, as Minority Leader has presented vividly. Within a short period, he had strung a number of degrees in diverse fields of study, showing that this is a very studious young man. At that age, he believed in democracy. He participated and effectively, and as a result, took a constituency as weighty as Akwatia from within his party and in the general elections. So this is a young man full of promise for the store of knowledge, intellect, promise for store of energy that this House needs to sustain it. The prime of his life, like Minority Leader has indicated, he has everything that a young man of his age will need. And to be taken away from us at this stage in his life is not only a loss to his family, it's not only a loss to Akwatia as a constituency, it's a loss to Ghana because we wouldn't know where he would have ended up in terms of the leadership of this country. And we may never know what we have missed by losing him so early in his political career. I believe that this House has suffered a terrible blow, and it's a kind of blow that when you take, you can't stand. Even sitting will be a problem. And so I join my colleague to appeal to colleagues here and then Right Honorable Speaker, that we do take an adjournment for today, and tomorrow we can come back and put ourselves together to be able to conduct public business. I know this is not a time for reading tributes. The family is still struggling to come to terms with what has happened. His constituency is still struggling to come to terms with what has happened. But we wish them, we extend our condolences to them, and our prayers are with them. And as a house, we are with them in this period of extreme grief that they must be suffering now. And it is not the minority caucus that has lost, it is this parliament that has lost. Because he was a member of the House before he was a member of the minority caucus. So, Mr. Speaker, I join my colleague to pray for an adjournment so that we can all go back and then put ourselves together. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, may we observe a minute silence. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. Honourable members, I will therefore put a question for adjournment. As many as are in favour of adjournment, say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The House is accordingly adjourned till Tuesday, the 8th day of July 2025 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.